What's up, Geek fam? It's Cameron here for GadgetGeek. New video, new country. I'm actually in Farnham in the UK right now, but this won't be uploaded until I get back to Singapore due to this really terrible internet. Today we're going to be looking at 5 battery lifespan saving tips and 5 battery life saving tips. Most of these are applicable on all devices, but certain things are only available on certain devices. So for you guys wondering what is the difference between battery lifespan and battery life, here it is. So the battery lifespan is the number of times a battery can undergo a cycle being when it is depleted and then recharged. So to put it in simple terms, it's the amount of time the battery can last before it has to get replaced. Whereas battery life is the amount of time the battery can last from full charge until it is completely depleted. First, battery life saving tip. Disable unused components or peripherals. For example, you can turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or LTE. LTE is a massive consumer of power, and just a side note, your phone will work harder and therefore use up more power in areas of weaker LTE signal. You could also, if you're on a laptop, you could unplug external peripherals like a mouse or an external hard drive. In Windows, you can turn off certain functions in the device manager under control panel. Second, battery life saving tip. You can lower your screen resolution, lower your screen brightness, or even turn off or lower your keyboard backlighting. Third, battery life saving tip. This seems like quite an obvious one, but simply just reduce the usage of your most power hungry applications. You can check battery use information by navigating to settings and then battery on both iOS and Android. This will allow you to get information on the most power hungry applications so you can reduce the usage of them or even stop using them if you don't need to use them. Fourth, battery life saving tip. So this is a very simple and easy one to do, and it's to disable background app refresh. Now what background app refresh does is it gets more information in the background while you're not using the app. So by disabling this, you're reducing your power consumption. So for an app like Mail, if you turn background app refresh off, when you go into Mail, instead of your new emails already being there to preview, you will have to manually refresh. So you can do this on your least used applications. Fifth and last battery life saving tip. Now this is to update your applications in your device. Now I know you guys are going to say, but Cameron, they take up so much space, or but Cameron, they slow down my phone. But with with pretty much all iOS updates, they increase power efficiency, and most Android flagships improve their battery life with new updates as well. Now I know that sometimes they do take up quite a bit of space on your phone, maybe a couple gigabytes, but that's life. At the end of the day, these are only tips, you don't have to follow them. Now just a side note, some of the tips I just listed can be achieved by activating low power mode on an iOS device. First, battery lifespan saving tip. Not many people have heard of this, but it's to actually store your battery half charged when you're storing it away for long periods of time. And that's because if you fully deplete your battery before storing it away, it could put your battery into a state of discharge where it becomes not very good at storing charge at all. In extreme cases, can't even hold any charge. Second, battery lifespan saving tip. Reduce the number of times you let your battery fully deplete itself, because fully depleting the battery can damage the health of it. Third, battery lifespan saving tip. Let your battery drop to around 30% before charging it back up again, so you can maximize the use of the battery within one cycle. Whilst, as I said in tip number 2, not letting it drop all the way to 0% where it would actually damage the health of the battery. Fourth, battery lifespan saving tip. Avoid exposing your device to and charging it in temperatures that are extreme. So above 35 degrees Celsius is too hot, and generally below 0 degrees is too cold. Exposing your device to extreme temperatures can severely damage the battery and significantly reduce its lifespan. Fifth and last battery lifespan saving tip. Don't charge your device in thick or bulky cases that could result in it overheating. And then this is kind of a bonus link to that, and that's not to use power bricks with too high of a power output. For example, if your device is recommended to be charged with 10 watts of power and you plug in a 30 watt power brick, you could overload the battery and cause it to be damaged, which of course would reduce its battery lifespan. A lot of devices do have protection against this to stop the battery being damaged, but some devices don't, so it's best to get into a good habit. That was 5 battery life and lifespan saving tips. Please hit that like button down below if you enjoyed the video, as it really does help me out. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification buzzer. As we all know, the YouTube algorithm can be a bit trash sometimes and doesn't always give you an alert in the YouTube homepage if I've uploaded a new video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.